Imagine stumbling upon a paintbrush that transforms your wildest doodles into living, breathing wonders. Dragons soaring, castles towering, oceans crashing. Meet 12-year-old Arjun, a dreamer with a sketchbook, who uncovers this magical treasure in his dusty attic, sparking an adventure that spirals into chaos when his creations break free. Can he tame the power before his painted world destroys itself? And Kim. Watch until the end for a dazzling finale that'll ignite your own creative spirit. Let's paint the journey now. Arjun was no ordinary boy. At 12, he lived in a small house filled with the scent of paint and paper, his room a gallery of half-finished sketches, dragons with fiery wings, forests with whispering trees, and flying ships slicing through clouds. His parents, both artists, encouraged his imagination, though they worried about his daydreaming during school. One dreary afternoon, with rain tapping the windows, Arjun climbed into the attic to escape a scolding about unfinished homework. Amid cobwebs and forgotten trunks, he found a weathered wooden box, its lid carved with swirling patterns. Inside lay a paintbrush with a golden tip that shimmered like sunlight. Intrigued, he grabbed an old can of paint and sketched a tiny bird on a scrap of paper. To his astonishment, the bird flapped its wings and hopped off the page, chirping as it landed on his desk. "Oh, no way," he exclaimed, heart racing. He painted a tree next, its branches bursting through the attic roof, leaves rustling in a breeze that shouldn't exist. The thrill turned to panic as the tree's roots cracked the floorboards. What had he unleashed? Buoyed by excitement, Arjun painted a grand landscape, a sprawling forest with crystal rivers, jagged mountains, and a castle with turrets piercing the sky. The attic dissolved as he stepped into this vibrant world, the air thick with the scent of pine and magic. His dragon sketch roared to life, its scales glinting as it soared overhead, while the castle's drawbridge lowered with a groan. He ran through the forest, laughing until chaos erupted. A careless stroke of vines tangled his legs, pulling him down, and the dragon's fiery breath ignited a bush. "A stop!" he yelled. But the creations obeyed no command. The brush pulsed in his hand, hinting its magic linked to his thoughts. As the river swelled, threatening to flood, Arjun realized his impulsive nature had sparked this mess. Could he regain control, or would this world consume him? The dragon's shadow loomed larger. Dragon, born from a rushed sketch, grew wilder, its roars shaking the painted earth. It chased Arjun through the forest, flames licking the trees while vines lashed like whips. He stumbled into the river, the current dragging him toward a waterfall. Desperate, he painted a shield. Too late, as it shattered under the dragon's fire. Gasping for air, he heard a faint voice, perhaps the brush itself. Think before you paint. Exhausted, he sat on a rock, sketching slowly, a calm lake to douse the flames. The dragon's fury eased, landing with a thud, its eyes softening. But the castle's towers began to crumble, stones tumbling into the river. Time was slipping. Could he save his creation? Resolved to learn, Arjun practiced with care. He painted a sturdy bridge to cross the river, its planks solid under his feet, and a net to tame the vines, which retreated like obedient pets. Each deliberate stroke steadied the world. The dragon, now a playful companion, nuzzled him, and the castle rebuilt itself, its walls gleaming with new strength. He discovered the brush rewarded patience. His next creation, a glowing bird, led him to a hidden cave. Inside, a mural depicted an ancient artist taming wild paints with focused intent, a lesson etched in stone. The cave glowed, but a shadow flickered. Had his earlier chaos left a lingering threat? The stakes felt higher. The shadow materialized into a painted storm, dark clouds and lightning born from his initial carelessness, threatening to erase his world. Wind howled, uprooting trees, and the river raged anew. Arjun's heart sank, but he steadied himself, recalling the mural's wisdom. With precise strokes, he painted a rainbow to calm the winds, its colors arching across the sky, and a massive tree to anchor the land, its roots digging deep. The storm faded, the painted realm stabilizing under his control. The brush glowed, engraving a "Think First" on its handle, a permanent reminder. Arjun returned to the attic, the mess gone, his sketches now infused with purpose. He vowed to use this gift to inspire, sharing stories with his friends. Word of Arjun's adventure spread at school, turning him into a local legend. His friends begged to see the brush, and he painted small wonders, a dancing flower, a floating kite, for them, teaching them to think before creating. His parents, amazed, framed his best works, and the attic became his studio. One night, the glowing bird returned, dropping a note. The brush chose you wisely. Arjun smiled, knowing his creativity had grown beyond imagination, a legacy of responsibility and joy.